Even though we just had a snowstorm here in mid-April in Oregon, it's springtime and that means it's time for another EDC update. I've got a few new items that I'm testing and trying for the season and I'm excited to share, so let's just get right into it. Starting off first, I have the Slim Memo Bottle. This was something that's been on my radar for a couple of years and I saw some reviews saying it leaked and had issues, so I held off on getting it. A ton of you reached out and said that they loved theirs and have had zero problems with it. So I finally picked one up. I've had it for probably about 6 weeks now and really love it. This is the Slim Memo Bottle. It's 450 milliliters or 15 ounces for us Americans. I love the shape of this. I really wanted to get something that was a little bit smaller capacity and would fit into my sling a little better. And this fits the bill. It fits in every single sling I own, and it's just been great to have around. As the springtime comes, I'm doing a lot more walking around the city and a lot of like shorter city hiking in Forest Park here in Portland. So it's just great to have a lower capacity bottle that fits into my sling bag a lot easier and simpler. Overall, I've been really happy with it, but I do have a couple of complaints. First one being it doesn't really stand upright on its own, not very easily at least. That made it seem a lot easier than it has been. But yeah, it's not really designed or meant to sit upright, which I wish it was. I wish it had a more stable base on it so you could use it like a regular water bottle vertically when you're not carrying it. So that's gripe number one. Gripe number two was the pricing for this. You're definitely paying for the unique design. I think it was like $34 or something. And it's not like it's bad quality, but it just definitely feels overpriced compared to most water bottles. But if you're in the market for something like this, it's very specific niche and it does it pretty perfectly, to be honest. So I've been happy with it and will continue to use it through the summer in my sling bags. Moving on from there, another new item. I have finally pulled the trigger on some non-Apple headphones. I picked up the Sony Link Buds on launch day actually, which I think was like 2 or 3 months ago. I had planned to do a standalone review of these. It was such a unique design. These were the first headphones in a while that like really caught my eye as something unique and something that would be a good fit for me. Unfortunately, I ended up getting sick and had to get my wisdom tooth pulled, so I ended up postponing and eventually canceling this standalone review video. Let me know if you might still want to see that. But yeah, the Sony Link Buds, they're a really unique shape. It's kind of meant to be like an open back earbud. I wanted to pick these up as a secondary pair to my AirPods Pro. AirPods Pro are great, but I had an ear infection, couldn't wear them because of that seal. It was irritating my ears. And when I'm hiking, they don't fit as well as I would like, and I don't want to be worrying about them falling out of my ears when I'm hiking this year. And so I wanted to find something that would still be able to let in a lot of the sounds really well, be really comfortable, not have any issues with comfort for extended wear. And these really just fit the bill, and I love the unique design. I love the gray color. They're really, really lightweight, which could be a con for some people, but is a pro for me when I have to carry them hiking and backpacking. All of that being said, you're really paying for the design and comfort because there are quite a few cons when you're comparing them to similar priced earbuds like the AirPods Pros. These are overly expensive for the sound quality. Sound quality is mediocre at best, I would say, especially when you're comparing it to similarly priced earbuds. These were $170, I think, when I picked them up. I was really on the fence sending them back because of the high price with the mediocre sound quality. But for me, I listen to a lot of like podcasts and audiobooks for the application I planned for these, so the sound quality is not a huge deal breaker for me. I have my AirPods Pro when I'm flying or when I want better sound quality, and then I have these for hiking that I can keep in all day, listen to podcasts, audiobooks, walk around the city, not have to worry about any security issues of not hearing, and I don't have to worry about them falling out because the fit is amazing. Really quickly, I always have my Handkerchief and my microfiber. Both of these are like no-name old options. I've still been on the hunt for new handkerchiefs. All the ones I've tried just haven't been good enough. I'm waiting and on the hunt for something that's like worthy of showing to you. These were from some department store like a decade ago, and they're really starting to get worn out. I would like to replace them, but just haven't found a suitable replacement, especially considering one that I would comfortably recommend for everyone here. So I'll keep everyone posted as I continue to try, but yeah, just some standalone handkerchiefs and microfibers. From there though, another exciting update. Last video, I got the Benchmade bug out finally. It was like my first like really high quality pocket knife. I have since updated to some titanium scales like I talked about in my winter update. The scales I ended up with were from Flytanium, definitely a popular choice. This is the Bead Blast design. Putting these on was a little more involved than I initially inspected, but really not too bad. I found some instructional videos and stuff online, but yeah, I've been really happy with it. It definitely gives it a much more premium feel and look. So yeah, really happy with this and excited to continue to try. The bug out is definitely a favorite for a reason. The more I have it, the more I love it. From there, another minor update. I've been using the Orbit key organizer for quite some time, but they actually reached out to me a couple months ago and asked if I wanted to try anything, not knowing that I've already been using the key organizer. I saw on their website that they did a Nat Geo collab and had some kind of unique design key organizers. I have one that's like a mountain topo map, which I thought looked really cool, and asked if I could try that. They also have one with like an ocean topo map as well as a star map. So if you're into any sort of naturey type of stuff, I thought they were really cool. The Orbit key organizers have done me well. Like I said, I've used it for over a year now. I think I picked it up sometime last year and have been mostly happy with it. My other Saffiano leather Orbit key was the blackout edition, so it had the black hardware. I did end up swapping out this Nat Geo one with the black hardware just because I thought it would look a little cooler for my setup. So if you end up picking one of these up, it'll have the normal silver hardware unless you want to swap out the hardware like I did. Really easy process, obviously, but yeah, I love the look of this, and yeah, as I'm gearing up for hiking season and everything this year, it was just a fun little addition to have that I thought everyone would like here. Next up is my phone. Still using the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Year 2 for me on this, or actually year 3 if you're going by calendar years, I guess. It's done me really well so far and don't really have any complaints. I can definitely tell, the longer I have the phone, the more the battery drains a little bit faster. But luckily the 12 Pro Max battery life was really great to begin with, so I haven't had a ton of issues with it, but we'll probably be upgrading to the iPhone 14 this fall or later this year when it comes out. We're gonna kind of see how the release goes. I've gotten used to having this and have kind of broken my yearly upgrade cycle, so I might end up just holding on to this for another year. We'll see what the new update shows up, but I would love that ProMotion display that the 13 has. But yeah, no complaints with this. I still do all of my photography and video clips on my hiking trips with this, and all of my travel, anything always goes with this. The camera quality on the phones these days is just excellent, and I just haven't had a lot of reason to upgrade, and it's been great to save a little bit of money. Next up is another new item. I've been using this Filson leather card case for a couple of weeks now. Before this, I was using this more minimalist style metal wallet. It's the Pulse X1. Both of these were sent out to me for trying and reviewing. This was my first wallet of this kind that I'd used, and to be honest, I just wasn't really a big fan. No fault to the wallet itself, just the style wasn't something that I ended up liking too much. But yeah, a few weeks ago, Filson actually reached out and offered to send me a few things to test and try. I got the leather card case and it has been excellent. It's a pretty beefy card case for being a more minimal one. Holds 4 cards or 3 and some cash in the middle. Yeah, this thing is beefy. I'm sure it's gonna last a lifetime, as does most Filson items, but yeah, really nice quality and feel to the leather. This will be a great addition to my brown leather card carrier from Shinola. So I'll have a brown and a black leather depending on what setup I'm going for. Both seem equal quality. This one's just a little bit thicker and beefier of a style. Still been using these no-name reusable shopping bags from Amazon. It's Be Green is the brand, I suppose, but I did try. Sea to Summit makes an Ultra Sil Nano shopping bag. I picked that up and used it for about a few weeks and ended up returning it. It was really small and lightweight, which I loved, but it was a huge pain getting it in and out. And this is something I use frequently. I'm on foot most of the time, so I'm stopping at the grocery store on my walk home or different things like that. And getting it in and out of the bag, the small size is convenient, yes, but the inconvenience of having to restuff that thing into the little tiny stuff sack was just not worth the trouble. A bunch of you recommended the Nano Bag, and I have ordered one of those. I ordered it like 3 weeks ago. Apparently they ship directly from China, which is a bit of a bummer. I had hoped I would get it in time to try it and include it in this video, but I have no idea when it's going to come. I have a feeling it might be similar to that Sea to Summit bag that I used and tried, but we'll see. A ton of you recommended it, so I have some higher hopes in that regard. So until then, I'm going to keep using this, but I will probably have the summer EDC video with that Nano Bag, and I will share my thoughts then. Next up, springtime means sunglasses. These are the Ray-Ban Wayfarer Light Force. These are a new pair I had to buy. I kind of jinxed myself in these videos, I think. I had my last ones for like 8 or 9 years, and they dropped and broke last year sometime, so I picked up a new pair. I know it's not like the super trendiest style right now, but these are going to be pretty timeless. I plan on keeping them for another decade like my last pair. They're really lightweight, really comfortable, and obviously just work well as sunglasses. No complaints with these, and excited to continue using them. I did recently pick up a little microfiber glass pouch here. I don't remember the brand, it was just some no-name. It came in a 3-pack on Amazon. So far the quality's been great. I wanted something with a little bit less bulk, but still would protect from scratches and things. But yeah, been happy with that the last few weeks since I picked it up. That's it for the table items. Last few items on my person is my watch. I go back and forth between my Nordgreen watches and this Casio watch. It's the Casio World Time watch, I think it's called, or it has some number model name. I don't remember exactly what it is, but this thing is super cool and inexpensive. I wanted to get something in this style for hiking and backpacking this year, and I just have really loved the look of it since I picked it up. Super cheap, and it's worked really well. It illuminates, you can get different time zones and stuff if you travel around a lot, or if you have family in different locations. You know, always fun to be able to mess around and try with some of this stuff. I think it's a cool, just like retro type of design, and for the pricing, you really can't beat it. My hat is a new hat. I finally found a new hat to try after my dying attempt for my reigning champ hat didn't work. This one though, unfortunately, is not for sale anywhere. I found it at a local shop here in Portland called Tender Loving Empire, and I think it might have been like a limited run or a one-off thing. It's a little Mount Hood patch, which is the closest mountain here in Portland, and has quickly become one of my favorite places to be after last year's backpacking season. So yeah, very cool hat, Heather 5-panel hat. I love the look of it, but I can't find it anywhere online to link to anyone. I had someone ask the other day and went on a hunt because I bought it at a brick and mortar store, and I can't find it anywhere online. I'll post something if I can, but so far, no luck. I do want to take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Flexispot. Flexispot makes some incredible low-priced standing desks. I've actually been using Flexispot desks in my office here. You know, the table that you've seen in front of me the past 6 months or so, as well as the one behind me here, are both from Flexispot. The model I have for both of my desks is the Flexispot Pro E5. It's a dual motor design that has a huge range from lowest to highest. This one here is the 48 by 24 inch desk, and the one behind me here is a little bit bigger. I believe it's the 60 inch by 30 inch option. My tabletops are the solid walnut tabletop. The quality is excellent, especially considering the pricing. These were so much nicer than I had originally anticipated before receiving them. We all know there are a ton of health benefits for standing desks for your posture and ergonomics. I actually have scoliosis and some other spine and back problems, so that's something that's always really important to me. I have long editing and email sessions at my desk, like 7 days a week. I'm usually there for extended amounts of time, so I like being able to sit down in my chair for a little while and then be able to stand up, stretch, kind of get my back moving and going. The E5 Pro Series desks have 3 different preset options, so if you're working from home or sharing a desk with a spouse or partner or roommate, or if you're like me and use the desk solo, I use all 3 presets, one of which for sitting, one for standing, and one that's just raised up a little bit so my chair slides underneath the desk. So you can dial it in once and kind of set it and forget it. It makes me use it a lot more knowing how simple it is. When they reached out and wanted to sponsor a video, they wanted to offer a discount to all of you, so you can actually get 10% off up to $500, and then anything over $500 you get a $50 discount on your Flexispot desk. The special discount is only good for 1 week after this video goes live, so make sure to check the links in the description below if you want to learn more about that and pick up a desk for yourself. Huge thanks to Flexispot for sponsoring this week's video. But that's going to wrap it up for this season's EDC update. I've really grown to love and look forward to making these updates and videos. I love diving into all of the gear. I love hearing about all of your setups. So leave in the comments if there's anything new you're trying or anything that you particularly like or don't like. I have a few new items I'm already planning on testing before next season's update. I'm finally going to be trying out a flashlight. A ton of people have recommended one to me, and I know flashlight people are so diehard on the flashlights. I haven't found a ton of need for one personally, so I'm curious to see how it goes. I'll be sure to update everyone for my summer EDC update. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.